as you might now know, I wanted to make sure I could do a video on this, because this thing I was not trusting, because it looks like a clunkier version of this thing. Alright, so first we're going to start it out with the Atlas. Now this thing's going to have probably, it's got recoil, like, and it's the type of recoil you guys know I hate, which is going up and down, not left to right. Because left to right, like, that can kind of even itself out, because, like, as it, like, it goes randomly to each side, so it kind of just stays in a general area. And now I am putting foregrip on this to reduce that sway of stuff like that, but I'm also gonna have to put bots back in. These guys are at regular. I was wrong. So, like, if you've got friends who are average level and you're using these guns the right way, practically, yeah. The reason I use Merc with this is Man-at-Arms just allows you to basically just run across a field at same speed as if you had a combat knife. Basically weightless. This is probably my favorite thing. I did get a new one today, and it's Few. It's just like whoosh, whoosh. I think I got that, or it could be wrong. I don't know. I just remember seeing some. Oh yeah, I did get that. I'm like, was it a dream? No, it was not. It was not a dream. It was because I knew I didn't unlock one, but I got like a free supply drop. You know, daily stuff. See, it's got the recoil I hate, but that's fine. The heck? I'm probably gonna take a break, but I am enjoying these so much. But I will take a the only good my voice just cracked, but the only good thing about this, like, recoil that goes up and down, it doesn't require you to aim for the head, but aim for the body, and then it slowly goes to the head, which makes it really good. It's like, that's the only type of good I can see coming out of that type of recoil. Now, next is going to be the Titan, because you guys know I don't like this thing that much. So that's pretty low on the list. So, yeah, and, like, remember, I'm showing all this stuff off with lots of accuracy amping things, so you will be seeing stuff like that. The reason I put skins on is just because I like the skins, okay? Now, the Ogre is one I definitely recommend, but the Raw is probably going to be in the top. The Ogre's going to have a second, though. No honorable mentions for this one, because there's only 5. If there's DLC guns with, like, what is it? With, that, and it adds one, then please let me know. But it's got a pretty good scope, so it deserves a bit of a higher spot than the Atlas. And it shoots decent, and its recoil is kind of like just like spinning in a smaller circle, so you're more guaranteed to actually get shots off. Now, I do recommend using with LMG's dexterity, because it's got slow as heck reloads for a lot of them. Keep in mind, this is an energy weapon. See? The reload's too slow on this thing. So, Fusion Mag for the energy ones, or other things, could be great as well. But, like, its reload sucks. Most guns' reload sucks.
Nice work. Well done.
Yeah, so that's the Titan. The Titan's not nearly as good as the Raw, because I was thinking, this might be decent. but it's not that good. The Mauler, its reload sucked the last time I used it. I just kicked a glass into something. Don't worry about that though. Like I didn't like kick it across somewhere. Next is going to be the Mauler, because the Mauler's actually good when I added dexterity. So that just means that I recommend it right there if I say it was only good with dexterity. This one I'm not going to put pressure on, even though I did that last time, because I think, why the heck not put extra extended mag? I do recommend doing that, by the way. And also, I don't recommend maxing out these guns, or a good majority of them, because you could have some better luck with like a pistol and stuff like that. Now, melee weapons, I can only go for 2, because like there's only 4, so it'd be a top 4 of those. But here's the thing. I only have, in my availability to use, nunchucks and a combat knife. Now, I could buy the combat axe, or whatever the axe is called, because I don't know. But like, yeah, that's way quicker than I remember. But I didn't have dexterity on. This thing's not that bad of a gun. I have been killed by bots many times with this gun. But this thing isn't too bad if you add dexterity and extended mag to it. And its recoil, when I used it, wasn't too bad, but I did have like foregrip and stuff like that. So it's not gonna have the worst of stuff like that. And yeah, so next is going to be the Ogre. Because the Raw's probably better for, like, not using the Merc and stuff like that. Because, like, this one's probably the lightest in machine gun. Because, like, that thing's got 50. This thing's got the worst. Now, they all have pretty much the same, but this thing, I feel just like, yeah, I'm running faster with this thing. Because it's so much smaller. And this, I think, is the only one that ups its damage. So, I'm not showing that one off. But this was in, I don't remember who the guy was, but a guy's actual top best guns. Now, I would recommend it to be in one of your bests as well. Alright, this is number 1, sorry. I was getting sidetracked. Now, we're going to show off the Ogre. I was stupid, so, yeah. Extended mag you're not gonna need, because you're gonna get like 3 kills, those and like only half the mag's gonna be gone. Now this thing is a good gun. It's a chain gun, as you can tell, because for those of you who don't know, because most of you probably don't know what the heck a chain gun means. It's basically a Gatling gun. But here's the thing, you know that one on Pixel Gun for your casual players? Not that that's a problem, I know, but you guys usually don't game that much, but for any of you who are wondering, a chain gun will speed up as you shoot it. Because, like, the barrel spins faster. Now, people who either haven't played an FPS, haven't used a chain gun before, or only played Pixel Gun, like, you can hear the bullets going faster as I shoot this. Its reload time without dexterity ain't the worst either. That's just a faster version. It's gonna be a 5 to none. But yeah, this is definitely one of my tops. It'd probably be in my top 5 just best guns. But yeah, so the reason I didn't put this at the top is the Raw, even though it does have the same mobility as all of them, and if you're a merc with the man-at-arms perk, not like down here, but it's like the perks that you get with, you know what I mean, then that thing's gonna be better. But this thing, like, and I had it, and it was with this version, took 4 shots to kill 1 human. Not talking synaptic. Even though synaptics are way rare, because there's only like 1 synaptic class, the rest are human. This thing still can shred through people. It's pretty decent. I would recommend it for your LMG themed loadouts, because it's definitely a smaller one. It's not as clanky as the rest of them. But if you're going for like way higher end stuff, then yeah. Now scopes, if I were to recommend those, VMC and Scout Hybrid, mainly just because the Scout Hybrid is just, that's pretty good. And also you can just be like as cool as you want to be and just change it to the side scope. That's like a worse elo basically once you pull that thing out. Look at that. That thing just shreds through people. 4 already. And also, its scope with, like, no actual attachment for scope, oops, is really decent. It's probably the best one I've seen. But yeah, so the raw, and not only is it the first one you can get, and so is the merc, one of the first classes you will play as. Yeah, I'm gonna ask my mom's boyfriend Gabe, if you don't remember, like one of my other videos, on this same thing. And if you don't remember one of those, I'm gonna just tell you what it is, right? What I'm gonna see if he would do, right? Is if he would play this and take my tips from these videos. I'm gonna tell my mom to show him these videos, and yeah, I want to test him with each class. Now, I might bundle this, but I've already made now classics. There's only 5 classics, okay? But definitely I'd recommend the sniper over this one. The M1's probably just gonna be my honorable mentions, cause it's decent. And it is a classic, so for those of you boots to the ground fans, using this thing's definitely a nostalgia call. And that one's actually best for me in zombies. Now, the only sniper I don't have is the Trek 50. Or I don't have in my availability. That's the only one I haven't unlocked. This one's so getting on, like, one of my tops, okay? Because, yeah, I'm just going to have to show you how good it is. Widowmaker's also a pretty good one. This one, though, is going to be my recommendation one. Like, it's just going to be, like, only recommended it and stuff like that. But, yeah, so, and I will change my loadout for Sniper 1 to the Phantom. And for any of you who don't know this, but, that is a Quartermaster one. I got Mercury, which actually fits this one a bit better. Sand Wraith. And just the original. But, like, as you can see, each one from here, it doesn't look like that. So, I don't know how you'd see out of that. Someone tell me. Is there any science behind that? But yeah, there's, this one's actually probably, like, the 2 that are going to be in my top 2 is probably going to be the EBR 800 and the Proteus. Now, I will be using the Proteus duet. Hold on. Longbow, starter 1 is pretty good too, but yeah, that's probably going to be last on the list. I already got 5, and I'm probably going to show all of these, but this is going to be first, and then second's probably going to be Longbow. I got 5, because there's 6 total, so. Yeah, dexterity's not gonna be needed. I will use that though. Cold-blooded and dead sounds. Now, the reason I take here's what I'm gonna show you. This is what Ghost will counter. UAVs, except for the advanced ones, ping and relay. I don't know what ping is or relay, but I'm pretty sure those are all score streaks. That counters a vulture, a shock sentry, a warden, an RC-80, an RC-8, I want to say RC-80, and a micro turret. Now, first of all, the micro turret is a payload. Counter UAV and UAV. We got a vulture that is a pretty cheap score streak. Shock sentry, not as cheap. Warden. This is probably the only thing I think is ridiculous. Why? Like, is this like they won't appear for 3 seconds and they just instantly are shown for like the whole time? This is actually probably one of my favorites. Trinity rocket, get rid of that and just put bombardment. Like most of these, this one probably, hold on, would be one I'd use. Cause look at its perk. Automatically locks onto three targets for you, and you just need to accept that call. So, this is still the LMG video, but I'm just gonna set up for the other video. So yeah, this is for any of you who watch the video for this long. You're just getting a little sight of what you're gonna see. Bye.